Now, let's face it, if you're enthusiastic about saving the world, you're not going to drive a 5,850 pound. This makes it easy to dismiss the 2022 Bentley Bentayga Hybrid as little more than a $190,000 exercise in greenwashing the historic British marquee and its rich customers. Especially in the light of even with that in mind, it's important to keep in mind that Bentley plans to have a totally hybrid fleet by 2025 and an all-electric fleet in 2030.
Welcome to Life in Luxury. We provide you useful information that it will help you to live the luxury. If you are new here, welcome, and consider subscribing.
To join the 542 horsepower V8 and the 627 horsepower 12-cylinder speed, the Bentayga Hybrid will be available in late 2020. Bentayga Hybrid 2019 uses the same hybrid powertrain as the first-generation Bentayga Hybri, a single-turbo 3.0-liter V6 with 335 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque is mated to an electric permanent magnet synchronous motor with 126 horsepower and 258 pounds-feet of torque. The total system output is 443 horsepower and 516 lb-ft of torque. Only a small hybrid logo on the lower front doors and a charging port flap on the left rear quarter panel give away the hybrid powertrain under the hood. Under the back load space floor, below the rear axle, the hybrid's 17.3 kWh battery, weighing 463 pounds, can be found. It's important to note that the optional third-row seat will not be offered on the 2022 Bentley Bentayga. Tow hitch, motorized side steps, Bentley's 48V anti-roll system, and the all-terrain specification package, which adds off-road driving modes and underbody protection, are all unavailable on the Bentayga Hybrid. Few purchasers, however, will provide a Bentley's experience with the previous generation Bentayga Hybrid shows that while more than 90% of customers use their Bentayga Hybrids almost every day, half of them use them primarily in EV mode. Driving. Aside from EV drive that may be selected using the center console controller, the 2022 Bentley Bentayga Hybrid has EV drive as its default start mode according to the company's website. The battery has a 13.3 kWh usable capacity and can provide an EV range of 18 to 31 miles. With the e-motor capable of propelling the large SUV at speeds of when the accelerator is pressed lightly, the driver is dissuaded from pressing too hard and starting the internal combustion engine. The pedal will also vibrate underfoot when approaching a reduced speed limit region or a road junction to encourage the driver to lift off and conserve energy. Based on predicted data from the NAV system, hydrogen and electric motors can be used together in hybrid mode to maximize fuel economy. For pure EV driving after a trip, hold mode preserves the battery's charge level. Electric and combustion drive are smooth, although the V6 has a grainy quality from 2,500 to 3,000 RPM that clashes with the Bentayga's generally quiet performance. If you're driving at 70 miles per hour in 8th gear, the engine is only turning 1,800. Hybrid mode, as demonstrated by our test drive, works well with the sophisticated navigation system. As a result, the Bentayga's V6, one of the smallest ever installed to a Bentley, is able to move the car as effectively as possible. At the end of our 55-mile circle, the battery's remaining range was nil, and the trip computer showed the huge hybrid had averaged 36 miles per gallon. In spite of the fact that the Bentayga Hybrid lacks the outstanding 48V anti-roll system found on other Bentaygas, it handles corners better than expected when you take it outside due to the weight of the battery behind the rear axle. The Bentayga V8 has a front-to-back weight distribution of 50.4% and a rear weight distribution of 49.6%. This makes it seem a little more sensitive to steering inputs than the V8. And its front tires don't work as hard through tight sections. Performance. In spite of its slower 0 to 60 mph acceleration time and lower peak speed, the 2022 Bentley Bentayga Hybrid is still rather fast. Its 0 to 60 time is 5.2 seconds, and its peak speed is 158 miles per hour. Not least because it's more than 500 pounds lighter, and because despite the hybrid's fantastic instant-on torque fill, Its 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 produces 542 HP, and is more enjoyable to work with than the hybrid's electric engine. In addition, the battery's advantages fade over time. As a result, the Bentayga Hybrid's 46 mpg EPA rating soon drops to 19 mpg combined when the battery is depleted and the tiny V6 is left to handle all of the job. This is only an mpg improvement over the Bentayga V8. In the past, Bentleys were used to travel continents quickly, and an elegant luxury for its greatest performance in 2022. The Bentley Bentayga Hybrid will quietly glide softly through Beverly Hills or the Hamptons en route to lunch at a high-end restaurant. Whoever drives a Bentley never has to leave town.